Hello, Year 6. I hope all of you are doing so well. And in today's lesson, we're going to discuss the difference between negative numbers and positive numbers. How can we find the difference between a positive number? We already took this in class, but today we're going to have a look at how we're going to read temperatures using the thermometer as you see on the screen. So, for example, and numbers here because these numbers are taken from your homework. What we're going to do right now is that I'm going to change the numbers a little bit. So for example, here in question number 1, they are asking you to find the difference between the following temperatures. To be able to do this, we need first to learn how to read the temperature. So in the first thermometer here, how many degrees is this? What is the temperature that the first thermometer is showing? All right, let's see this. It says here that this is 20, but it's not actually 20 exactly. It is above 20. It's 2 degrees above 20. So as you see, this first thermometer here, the temperature is exactly 22 degrees. So this is the first thing that we need to write, 22. All right, what about the second thermometer? The second thermometer here, it shows us that it is 3 degrees above, well, actually, it's only 2 degrees above 0, which is just only 2 degrees. Now we have numbers now. Now we read the temperature. Now we need to find the difference between 22 and 2 degrees. Of course, all of you know it. It means here how many steps do I need to take to reach from 2 until 22, which is here 20 steps. So the difference between 22 and 2 is exactly 20. All right, here the second question, I'm going to change the number. I totally forgot to change the numbers here in the first question, lucky you. So the first example or the first question of your homework is already answered. The second question here, I'm going to change it. Let's just imagine that the temperature is here. Let's just imagine that the temperature is here. Okay, and the temperature here stopped, let's say, here. All right, then here, if we need to, first we need to read the temperature. As we agreed, guys, we are imagining that the temperature is here. So if you notice, what's this? What's the temperature here? Exactly negative 20. Negative 20 degrees. All right, and the temperature here is exactly 20. So what is the difference between negative 20 and 20? Guys, don't say 0. Don't say 20 minus 20 is 0. No, here it means how many steps are you going to take from 20 until you reach negative 20. So to do this, from 20 to 0, so now we need to reach from 20 until negative 20. From 20 to 0, we agreed is 20 steps. So here are from 20 to 0, 20 steps. From 0 to negative 20, other 20 steps. So that makes 40 steps. So the difference would be 40. Don't forget, I changed the numbers. So from 20 until negative 20, these are 40 steps. Okay, guys? All right, in the third example, I'm going to change it to make it, by the way, just notice that here, each one, it's not a 1. So this small line here is 2 degrees, because here it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So each one is 2 degrees, not 1 degree. That's why here it's 22 degrees. It's exactly one line above 20. Here it is, well, actually here it's just, yeah, because it's a little bit small on my screen. It's 2 lines, so this might be like 4. This is here 4 degrees. It's not 2 degrees here. It's 2 lines above 0. Each line is 2 degrees, so it is 4 degrees. That will make the answer different. This, let me erase it. This is going to make your answer different. What's the answer going to be? I'm not going to tell you. We're going to discuss it tomorrow. Okay, in the third question here, and it's going to be the last question that we're going to discuss today, if the temperature is here, the second line above 20, and the temperature here is on, that's if. I'm changing the question not to do the homework for you. All right, so if the temperature is here, we're going to see that it's 2 lines exactly above 20, which is going to make it 24. And here is exactly on -10. All right, imagining a number line that has 0 here in the middle. If we're saying that this is 24, for example, let's imagine that 24 is here, and we need to reach -10. Let's imagine that -10 is here. What is the difference between 24 and -10? The difference between 24 and -10, from 24 to 0, 24 numbers. From 0 to -10, 10 numbers. So the difference between 24 and -10 is 34 numbers. That would be 34 numbers if I changed the temperatures to be here 24 degrees and here -10 degrees. The difference would be 34 degrees. Please, you have to use this technique, whether you're going to imagine the number line or you're going to draw it. I don't mind. It's going to be much better if you get used to imagining it and doing it mentally to save time. But at the same time, we don't want to make mistakes because we're doing it fast. Ignore or try to avoid counting, because it is impossible to keep counting how many steps that there are between 24 and -10. It is impossible to say, all right, 24 to 23, 1 step, to 22, 2 steps, to 21, 3 steps, until I go to -10. My friends, you're gonna take forever until this is done. So use the number line or imagine it exactly the same way that we discussed in class and here in my video. Thank you so much, Year 6, and see you tomorrow.